despite July 1st rapidly approaching. That's when student loan rates will double unless Congress takes some genuine action. Congressman Peter Welch is a Democrat from Vermont and the Chief Deputy Whip. He joins us live from Burlington. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
News that the cost of student loans will jump 15%, have jumped 15% between 2008 and 2010. Both parties agree they should not be allowed to go up. Yet with 2 weeks to go before the deadline, Speaker Boehner is focused on stumping with Mitt Romney. What does that tell you about the Speaker's willingness to address what will affect millions of students and those who have now graduated?
Well, it's subordinate to political considerations, and essentially the Speaker Boehner's been running kind of a no-show operation. You know, Congress has had nine recesses. We're on 2 weeks, and then we're all week, and there's very much of an agenda on the floor. And it's not as though there is work that doesn't need to be done. We should be making certain that student loans stay at 3.4%. We should be passing legislation that allows the millions of homeowners who have been faithfully paying their mortgage but can't refinance because they don't appraise, to allow them to refinance. That would put money in their pocket every month in millions, if not billions of dollars in the economy. We should pass a transportation bill. Martin, that's 2 million jobs, and the House is unable to pass that bill largely because of the division within Mr. Boehner's ranks. So there's practical things we could do, practical things we need to do, but you know what? We got to be at work to do it.
Yeah, it would help. Mitt Romney never needed a loan to attend Harvard, as you know, so when he had a chance to tell today's students how they could afford college, this was his bold idea. Listen to this, sir.
The best thing I can do for you is to tell you to shop around and to compare tuition.
Take a shot. Go for it. Take a risk. Get the education. Borrow money if you have to from your parents.
This from a man who says the president is out of touch. Does he know how expensive college has become, or is this like everything else? Public school teachers, things that he has no experience of, and therefore speaks from a vat of inexperience and stupidity?
Well, you know, it's really quite bizarre because it's not as though it's a buyer's market. If you're a kid who wants to go to college, you basically have to pay the tuition that's charged. You do everything you can. Your parents refinance their homes and give up a lot of the retirement security. You borrow as much money as you can. Kids on average are graduating with $30,000 in debt. And, you know, I have an intern who's with me as we speak, and she works for free during the time as an intern, but she works 40 hours a week getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning in order to work at a bakery to make some money to pay for college. That's the reality. So the shop around deal, it's not like it's a merger and acquisition deal for Bain Capital. I mean, you just have to find hard ways to make this work if you're a student or a parent.
And of course, for his children, he's given them a $100 million trust fund, so they don't have to worry either. The Speaker has taken to his website in an effort to prove his party is serious about job creation. Take a listen to this.
These are many of the 30 jobs bills that have passed the House but are currently stalled in the Democrat-controlled Senate. These aren't big controversial bills that no one has read. They're practical, common-sense proposals to help small businesses to create jobs and build a stronger economy for all Americans.
Now, aside from the fact that that's a brilliant performance and maybe worthy of an Academy Award, would any of the bills that Mr. Boehner dramatically presents in front of us create a single job?
Not just because he says they will. The reality is, and everybody knows that, our infrastructure is literally falling apart, and we cannot pass a transportation bill. That used to be the thing that Republicans and Democrats could agree on. It's 2 million jobs. The Senate has passed a good bill. The Senate or the House Democrats have made it very clear we're supportive of the Senate bill and we're willing to pass it tomorrow. A number of Republicans would be willing to do it, but Mr. Boehner can't get the votes within his caucus. That's 2 million jobs, with jobs being performed to help us rebuild our infrastructure so that it's close to the 21st century.
Indeed. Congressman Peter Welch from Vermont, thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.
Next, the president